All right, Mason, how you doing?
Good.
Good. January 1, we're working on a Pinewood Derby, and we've been working on it for a while now, huh? And what I want to do is document a little bit of a tradition in my family that my dad used to help us with our Pinewood Derbies, and they always won. We've never lost. In fact, those who are close to Grandpa White will take their Pinewood Derbies to him, and he can help them craft them to where they will always win. So I just wanted to carry on the tradition. We're helping Mason with his Pinewood Derby. And let's take a look at your style here. Let's take a look real quick. Pretty cool, huh? Looks like some kind of a jaguar or something, huh? It's good looking. Alright, now, but the key to all this is different little tricks that we do in order to ensure that the car is as fast as it can be. Okay, to give the long and short of it. Key thing is, everything's got a body, 4 wheels, right here, and 4 nails. Okay, it's basically all you get. Okay, key thing to the nail. I don't know if you can see it, I'm trying to zoom it too close. Each nail, when they make these things, have little burrs on either side when they mold the nail, when they make the nail.
So you can make
You have to take some rough sandpaper and some little bit lighter sandpaper, and you need to get those burrs off of there. Okay? Otherwise, the burrs will rub on the inside of the wheel to slow it down. It'll rub right on in there. So, what we do is we take our drill, we stick the nail in it, and you spin the nail with the drill bit. And you use fine sandpaper to drill those burrs off there, so it's nice and smooth. Another thing we do is these wheels come flat, perfectly flat. Okay? There we go, much better. Wheels come perfectly flat. And what I did is you want less surface area to touch the track as possible. So your wheels actually have to be rounded just a little bit. Can we tell that it's rounded just slightly?
Why?
See, it's not flat up there, it's nice and round. So only the center portion of the wheel is touching the track, because friction is your enemy. You want to eliminate friction, and the more part of that wheel that touches the track, the more friction there is.
What's friction?
Well, I'll explain that in a minute, okay? So, again, we put this wheel on a nail in the drill, spin it real fast, put sandpaper on a block, and we sand down the edges of the wheel.
As you can
okay,
see,
now you can't sand down the wheel too much because the regulations say it's got to be, I think it's 1 3/4 inches wide. So all you're doing is shaving off the edges. And then when you're done with it, you put it on fine sandpaper. Okay, a little bit finer sandpaper, and then when you're done with it, I just ran it through the buffer, kind of buff out the wheels to where they're nice and shiny, but you can see they're not flat. They're not flat, they're kind of rounded on the top and on the bottom. Okay? Now, third thing we do. The Pinewood Derby is you got the track that goes down about 6 feet, and then it goes out about 10 to 15 feet.
It does?
It does. So what you want to do, you want to put the weight of your Pinewood Derby as far in the far back portion of the vehicle, the Pinewood Derby, as possible. Preferably behind the wheel axle here, and a little bit maybe in front of the wheel, but it's definitely in the back portion of it. And the reason being, because when that Pinewood Derby goes down the track,
more weight makes it go fast.
Well, yeah, but the higher the weight is on the track, because see, all cars, when they're at the front, they have the starting gate right here. And if your weight has a longer distance to fall on the track because it's in the back portion of the car, it's going to go a little bit faster. Okay, so that's another thing we do. And it cannot weigh more than, I think, 5 ounces. And so what we do is we drill holes here with a drill. We use solder and a soldering gun, and we'll drip solder in there. Of course, I've just got myself a little male weigher where you weigh mel, and I can get it exactly 5 ounces. I don't need to spend a lot of money in order to get myself something that weighs it. Most kids, they won't worry about weighing their Pinewood Derby, you know, just so long as it doesn't weigh more than, I think it's 5 ounces. What is 5 or 7, something like that. And the regulations will tell you whatever it is. Anyways, what else do we do? Aerodynamics are kind of important, but not probably that important. And then we always paint it with a nice metallic paint.
Here, with a $1.50 or something.
I do the best I can in order to minimize, again, any kind of friction. The key is in the wheels. The key is in making those nails as smooth as possible. So I don't think you can see it on the nails very well. But there'll be little, you'll see little lines, one on one side, one on the other, where the marks where they're made.
The wheels are,
you got to sand those off. So those things will sit there and kind of grind, again, on the inside of your wheel hole, as well as just right on the edge there. It'll make it just slightly slower. Okay, and then we'll take a picture of the final product. Yes, now it's rolling.
Oh, great.
Okay, now we're going to talk about your car, right? Got a finished Pinewood Derby here, which we quickly documented what we had finished on it and different things we could do to it. We learned that when you sand the wheels down,
Daddy,
that it's illegal.
Daddy.
Because it's, hold on, I'm talking. It's illegal. So we had to buy new wheels. And we still sanded them down because you have to have a flat bottom. You can't have a dish bottom where the bottom of the wheel, the middle of the wheel is kind of dished. And you know, that makes it quicker and faster. So we had to have it flat. But I did do one secret, and I have yet to see if it works. If you'll notice, the inside of the wheel is slightly taller than the outside of the wheel. So when it touches the ground, if I can get it, here, man, let's go a little closer. When it touches the bottom, you can see how just the inside of the wheel touches the track, and this outside does not, therefore having the same effect, causing it to go quicker, faster.
You told me you didn't do that.
Now you can have axles that go all the way through. These are nails, you can't tell. But you can have axles, and axles are actually quicker and faster. However, rules say you can't have axles. So we still put nails in here. We're rule abiding. And so we got the nails in here. So this is the White Lightning. Okay? The White Lightning Pinewood Derby car.
You lied to me. You
said you lie.
You didn't. You said you didn't put up the wheel.
What?
Are you rolling?
Yeah, I'm rolling, boy. Clown.
You promised. You said,
no.
Oh, I didn't do it. You said, I have the secret one.
Oh, our last secret, but I haven't done that to this one yet, okay?
Oh, you better
They say the ultimate secret to having a Pinewood Derby win is if you have, obviously you got to have the weight in the back. Okay, we talked about that. But if you have the back two wheels where the weight rests upon in the back, when you put your front wheels on, you actually have it as a three-wheeler, meaning it'll rest on two wheels, but then also on just one of the wheels, and one of the other wheels is just off the ground slightly. So if you got a three-wheeler, it's actually much quicker because you don't have all three wheels spinning, right? Looks like a champ to me. Looks like a champ to me. What's the matter?
You lied.
I didn't lie. What?
You said you didn't do that.
I didn't do it.
Loud and clear.
I didn't do it.
Did you do that 3-wheeler? Why didn't?
I did.
No,
I
you just
fixed
get
it.
here and then. Oh, I didn't undo that 3-wheeler. What are you doing?
I fixed it. Now all 4 are touching now, right?
You said
All
this.
4 are touching now, right? All 4. See, they're all 4 going.
Shit. You're pushing.
They're all 4 going, right? Aren't all 4 going?
I see 1.
Aren't all 4 going? All 4 are going, right? They're all 4 going, trust me. Okay, so that's the Pinewood Derby of the White Lightning first generation. Okay, enough film on this. So we race it and we'll find out. Of course, maybe we'll have a little videotape of it. Okay? Bye-bye.
And then Justice Pinter.
One in fancy cameras.
I want Mason and Justin to be vying against each other right now.
You get Austin Madison to come back.
Well, everybody's going to have 4 races eventually.
Okay. Pryor. My bad. I'm sorry. You can make fun of my last name too, okay? It's Matheson.
Can't touch him though, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, can't touch him though, can we?
Pryor, right? Pryor. Okay, Tanner Hodges. And Sean Petaway. All right, here we go. On your mark, get set.
All right, lane 1. 3, 2, 1.
That tank is fast, man.
Lane 2 came in first. Lane 3 came in second.
Yeah.
Lane 1 came in third.
That's an impressive break right now, man. She's got, I mean, it's so smooth. It goes all the way back up the track. It's really,
Yeah.
Dad.
What?
The metal on the
Too many already? I thought they'd make it for that house.
Okay, here we go. This is the last race. Ready, set, go.
Lane 1 came in.
This is my Pinewood Derby.
All right, Mason, you won, didn't ya? You won. All
No, I
right.
didn't.
Huh?
I didn't.
You didn't win?
No.
You gotta be kidding me. What do you mean you didn't win? Yes, she did. Where's that ribbon? Go get that ribbon. Go get it. Go get the winner's ribbon.
It's not a winner ribbon.
It is too. Go get it. Quick, hurry, run.
Great artist award.
What'd you get?
I didn't win. I just got a great artist.
Well, that's great, isn't it? Let's see it. Let's see it. Great artist. Huh, hold on to it. For White Lightning, got great artist, huh? Pretty darn cool. They had to change the number to 17, huh?
I didn't like
Yeah.
that.
Now, The reason why we didn't run, you came in what place?
Last.
Dead last by many car lengths. Why? Now what happened is it weighed at 4.7 ounces. They gave us a little weight, which we put right here. And the problem is when it went around the bottom of the curve, that weight was dragging on the metal, on the bottom, or you know, on the median that it straddles, and slowed it down. Not only that, but they found my wheels were not BSA wheels, you know. They were not the BSA wheels, so I had to go back out the car and get the wheels that I had sanded down, which should have been faster wheels. The problem is I think there's glue that got stuck in them. When I put this bead of hot glue down before I put Elmer's glue, and it dripped inside the axles, and I think it's got a little bit of that. Plus, it may be the lubricant I used is that Teflon lubricant rather than my graphite lubricant. So there's all my excuses. But it came in dead last. Came down the thing, and the worst thing was the weights. Dragging on that thing, I would have been better off just leaving the weights off. But it came in at 4.7 ounces, and they wanted to come in at 5 exactly, so they put the weight on there. But we learned how to lose good too, don't we? But we still won the Artist Award, huh? All right. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
That's the main thing, right? Maybe next year we'll do things a little different, huh? Okay, why don't you look at the camera? All right, my bobcat with 2 beads. Okay, say goodbye.